Hello, I thought today we would talk about the new cling stamp sets, and I'll show you how I mount the cling stamp sets, and then also I have one other little tip after I get done showing you how I mount them. So the new cling stamp sets came out in the Occasions catalog, which started on January 3rd, and it came out because the current cling type stamps, for instance this stamp right here, they don't stick too well to the block, and we kept on saying we need something a little bit stickier because when you go to stamp with it or wash it, it keeps falling off the block. So in the past, the way that I would remedy that is to pull the label off, and I would have it without the label and it sticks just fine, but then you don't have the image on it, so it would be really nice. But my choice was, do I either want the image or do I want it to stick well and not fall off in the ink pad? I decided without the label is best. But I have a way to fix that, and I'll show you that in just a minute. Going through the different stamp sets, there is, let me show you here in the catalog, on page 3, there's classic rubber, and then there's also the polymer. The polymer is the see-through stamp, and then the classic rubber, which I love the way that it holds the ink. I'm quite a fan of the classic rubber. You could either permanently put it on a wood block, or you could have it clear mount using a clear block. And also on the stamps it says polymer, clear mount, another polymer, and then this one is the wood. The current ones, this one is a few years old. The current ones, it would say wood mount on it. The wood mount is quite a bit thicker, so this is great for storage, but there's nothing like stamping using a wood block. So back to mounting the new stamp sets, the new cling, which is super sticky. When you receive your stamp set, it comes with the stamp, the rubber, and then also the sheet. It's like a sticker sheet so that you know what the image is going to look like, and it helps for lining it up. When you look at the sheet, there's one side that's shiny, it's white. This side is a little bit more vanilla. On the side that's white, it has a little slit in each one of these to make it easy to mount it onto your rubber. So how about if we do, let's do the big one, the him and her, the her and him. So take part of it out, punch this out, take off the paper, and what I do, you know, this one might not be such a good one to show you. I'll do another one really quick. I do just half of it, stick it on there, and when I pull it up, there's still the paper on that one. So I put my finger over this section that's already attached, and I do that only because with these, because this is so sticky, the first time I did it, I just laid it on top and it stuck together and it's not coming up, which isn't a good thing. So pull that part up. Like I said, this probably isn't such a good one to show you on. And there it is, ready to go. I'll show you another little one. How about this guy here? So that's right here. Take off the paper. And do your best to get it lined up. Once you have it on there, it's not coming up. And you can always trim the excess clear sticker sheet if you don't get it mounted on there just right. Put your finger over the part that's already stuck, flip this back over, so now my finger won't let these two touch, and then pull that off. And there it is, and just stick it inside of your little box. But you know, this is so sticky, to me it's kind of valuable. I mean, what about back to this stamp set that's not, it doesn't stick very well. So what I've been doing is taking one of these that doesn't stick very well and finding a little bit of this. That might fit just perfect. I'll try that right there. cut out a little bit of the leftover. Well, you know what, let me show you. I've been saving these little bits. Like I could have used this here. And even if you don't get 100% coverage, if it's sticking 85, even 50% of the stamp, that's much better than it not sticking at all. Okay, so back to this little piece that I cut right from here. Have a block handy, and one side comes up really easy. Take that side up, put this right here, take off the paper, put this on here, get underneath that sticky sticker, and then you could trim it so that it perfectly fits. Can you tell how sticky it is already? It's like I'm resurrecting my old stamp sets. I could use the sticker on them. Okay, so now when I put it on the block, look at that. That's good. Okay, but when you go to remove this from the block, you have to make sure to get underneath this little sticker right here, because if you don't, you're going to leave half of the foam and sticker here on the block, and then you'll be lifting up the rubber and the other half of the foam, which will kind of ruin your stamp. So when you go to remove it from the block, make sure to lift it all the way up, getting the sticker. But with that said, when I go to put this away back in here, up until the cling mount just came out, I was using this piece of rubber to act, the negative, to act as an inventory for my stamp set. But now that I need to get my finger underneath the sticker, I can't use this anymore. So this piece of rubber is going to have to be thrown away, because I'm going to need to have this on here and get my fingernail underneath there. So this goes off to the side into the garbage. And another little thing I do, which I've grown to like, is on the sticker sheet there is the name of the stamp set. I've started putting that on the side of my boxes. Here's a good example. Like this one has it right there. Here's a stack of them. So if I had this stack of boxes, I would know what stamp set it is just because I took it out. And you might as well use it rather than throwing it out. So that's not that hard. Just cut this out. And take off this piece right here. And when you get your stamp set, one side has little ridges on it, another side is smooth. I always make sure that the smooth part is the bottom of the box. Put that right in there. And after I have this whole thing mounted, I'd know what it is, besides right there. Okay, I hope that helped you with your Stampin' mounting. Have a great day.